people just don't have anything they're chasing. That's why goals are so important.
Right.
They just get stagnant. That's what I was talking about earlier. I'm like, okay, if I'm talking to someone, they're like, you don't want to build a company. You don't want to build a business. You don't want to be an entrepreneur. Fine. What do you want to do? But you got to do something. What do you want to do? You just want to, you just want to, let's say church people, for example, right? I just want to serve God. Okay. So how are you going to do it?
Yeah, there's a million ways to do that.
Yeah, go do it. Do something. If you're like, I don't want to be rich, fine. Be poor. But do something while you're being poor. Like, you got to do something, right? So I feel like if you're doing nothing and you're living a small life, yes, the small life, fine. We get to heaven, it's all the same thing. Fine, if that's what you believe. But like you could be fully devoted to Christ and do big stuff.
Sure.
Big stuff like the people you watch on TV, like the people whose conferences you go to. You're like, well, I don't know if I have that in me. Fine, don't do that. But do something. I think my goal now is to help people hit their goals. I think that's the most fun thing for me. It's helping people hit their goals. It's finding people who want to win, who want to purpose. Like the best people, my favorite people to work with are people who want to be winners. I just want to win. I want to make a difference. I want to do something that matters. I want to become somebody. I want to do something, and helping them progress their life, right? Helping them find purpose and fulfillment and enthusiasm about life, because a lot of people get to adulthood and they get hit with the reality of adulthood, which is paying bills and taking care of responsibilities and raising kids and being a good parent or whatever, and then they stop living life at its fullest. They just stop living life, period. They go from living to surviving.
Yep.
And then they survive for 40 years if they do that successfully, and then they die. And they never really did anything because they spent their whole adulthood trying to survive. And so I feel like my goal now is just is teaching and helping people go from surviving to, actually like living and enjoying life, waking up, being excited to be on the planet, which I think so many people lack.
So as cliche as it may sound, go from surviving to thriving, right?
Yeah, or at least living.
At least living, right?
I think everyone wants to thrive, but the reality is I think thrive's kind of cheesy now. Most people just got to go from surviving to living, enjoying life, having some sort of purpose, some sort of fulfillment, being excited to be on the planet. And, and I think that's a blast though, because you could see people's whole energy and their whole life just light up when they have something they could work towards, a goal they could chase, something they could do that brings them fulfillment, that contributes, that makes other people's lives around them better, and they just live in a life that matters, where you can be proud of what you're doing and what you do makes a difference.